Okay, we've done these before. I don't know how this one's going to look. It's going to be a challenging one, but it's got potential. Let's see how we go with it. Okay, I don't know whether to make it a still or a movement piece, but it is a piece of cat eye. Another piece of glinting, shiny, reflective cat eye. You just got to be careful not to scratch the glass. Try not to scratch it too much, although this photocopier is on its way out. It's not going to be, it's probably not going to be in service much longer because the machine's reaching near the end of its useful life, 5 years in April, and I may not have a service agreement on it, and I may have to be without a photocopier in this unit. I don't know how I'm going to get rid of it. It's got to be disposed of safely, like any e-waste especially. And that's come up looking interesting, but it's not shining as I'd like it to. It's just a little bit of a shine. I do think maybe this is a difficult one. These cat eyes or pieces of cat eye can be really, really difficult, folks, to make into an interesting piece. But yeah, this photocopier is going to become obsolete, in other words, folks, so I won't be able to run it anymore. And this has come up looking shit. Looks like it's not glinting in the light. I think I'll turn it around the way that I had it. The first one looks like you just see some of the glint, and you can't see any glint in this one. So I'm just going to turn it this way. Yeah, looks shit house. I can't get that glint happening. I can't get that interesting shine. Looks like an interesting piece of material anyway. I can't seem to get the glint. Maybe I'll make it a movement piece, see if I can shine it, get that glint happening. But yeah, this photocopier is nearly 5 years old, nearly reaching the end of its useful cycle. So, and that's come up looking quite nice, even though we haven't got any of that reflective material in it showing. So we just got that. Maybe, folks, you might have to strap yourselves in. This is probably going to be a long demo, folks. These cat eye demos are notoriously difficult, folks, and I have rarely done any good ones. And that, again, we've missed out on the point of this, the reflective bits. We just seem to be getting the top of it. I don't know why we're not successfully showing the glinty bits, the shiny bits that really count. So I'm going to just try and maybe slow it down a bit. And there, we've got some of the glint, we've got some of that glintiness in there. I'm going to try and go and see if I can do a better one than that, although I could utilise maybe that section, but I'm going to try and do a better one. But I'm really trying to get myself on the 6 o'clock news on Channel 9 to try and get in touch with a lost partner whose name is Luigi, and to get recognised as a photocopier artist, and to try and focus on what I can do as an artist and not what I can't do, being disabled. This is what we've just done. Looks shit house, folks. So what I do as an artist has got to shine, pardon the pun as in the cat eye, but it's got to shine. You've got to focus on the parts that are shiny, like this cat eye is broken, but this cat eye has some nice shiny bits, and we've got to try and get ourselves focused on the shiny bits, not the fucking dull bits. So, you know, we've got to fucking shine, folks. We've got to shine in this life. We've got to focus on what we're good at and fuck off what we can't do. We've got to glint. We've got to shine, folks. Man, people in this world have got to learn how to focus on their talents, not their weaknesses. You know, forget about self-improvement. That's a cop-out. Concentrating on what you can't do and trying to develop those parts of you is it's a cop-out, folks. My father is into that, and he doesn't believe in my art. He's a really nasty person, and he hates my art. He hasn't seen me succeed yet, so I'm trying to prove him wrong, and my brother as well. They don't believe in my photocopier art, and they don't like what I do, and they think it's foolish. And this is all I've got as a talent that I can showcase. I'm not interested in listening to bullshit from anyone like my father and my brother. I've got to prove them wrong, and I'm hoping that if I go on the 6 o'clock news, I'll prove the bitches wrong. They'll have to fucking eat their own fucking words and actions. And this is really difficult, folks. That's come up looking interesting, but I'm not showing much of the glint. It's a bit blurry for some reason. I do like this one the best. This one's got the most promise, but I can see I can do a better job. But I'm trying to show in my life the shiny bits, the parts that really matter. I'm not interested in trying to... I mean, the thing is, when I was born, I had a cord around my neck, and I came out breech, and that would have shut the oxygen supply down, and I had problems throughout my school years being able to learn and to comprehend things and retain information and all that sort of stuff. And I also believe I might have high functioning autism or Asperger's syndrome, which is responsible for my passion for the photocopier and the intensity, but I consider that less of a disability and more of an advantage rather than, you know, folks. But for both of those conditions, I had problems at school. I was blamed for I was labelled in so many words, not those words, but a troublemaker. Basically, I was treated like a troublemaker at school and at home, and it was a lot of pressure put on me to be performing both socially and academically, and I just couldn't put up I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do either. I couldn't be both. I was both a teasing and bullying victim and an underachieving, as in, yeah, they thought I was underachieving, but I couldn't help it, folks. But I'm trying to make up for lost time over the years, because I did some stupid things when I was young, and I didn't capitalise on myself as a brilliant photocopier artist. I thought I had to become a technician. I didn't know that my disabilities, that I had an intellectual disability, and I put a lot of pressure on myself to try and become a technician because I thought that was where the money was, that being an artist wasn't able to make any money. And I basically sealed my fate, didn't I, folks? It became like that. I thought the technician was going to be the bread and butter for my art, and also the way of making adjustments to the photocopier, which you can't do just by operating it. So basically, yeah, I made some pretty nasty errors in my life that just compound the issue of the disability. I'm going to do it this way, folks. See what happens. So I'm trying to get the 6 o'clock news, and this has come up looking quite nice. I'm trying to get the 6 o'clock news interested in my material. I'm trying to get, the thing is, I'm on Centrelink, folks. I claim the Centrelink disability support pension, and I work in an Australian disability enterprise, which they call an ADE for short. And it really is hard to get enough money scratched together to make this TV campaign, and it's really hard work, and I'm getting really quite discouraged. Look, shit house, that's just on the edge. I'm getting really discouraged because, as I said, this photocopier is probably going to be off service agreement in about 2 months' time, and I can't afford it. I bought this photocopier on a bank loan, so I've got 6 years. This bank loan is going to go for 6 years, which means I'm paying off. For 1 year, I'll be paying off a dead photocopier effectively, and that's come up looking interesting, but not quite what I'm after. But basically, I'll be paying off a dead machine, and I don't want to have a dead machine. I need it for my campaign, but the thing is, I haven't got the money to pay off the bank loan straight away, and I struggle trying to keep up with this bank loan, folks. I keep paying it late because I just don't have enough money from my disability pension and my work money. So really, I'm under the pump, and I need to have Channel 9's help. I need Channel 9 to show some interest in what I'm doing, and that's come up looking quite interesting. But it's not quite what I'm after. It looks almost like an opal, like a pearly look, but it's not quite what I'm after. But yeah, I'm trying my hardest, folks, just like I'm trying my hardest here to make a nice demo. I do need Channel 9 to help get my stuff to go to air, and it really is difficult trying to compete with all this conventional news like death, disease, disaster, destruction, house fires, car chases, murders, shark attacks, drive-by shootings, all that sort of shit that the news channels typically like to air. I don't know if I like it or not, these ones. They look really like something out of like an opal. Not quite what I'm after, but I'm just wondering. Trying to get the shiny bits showing. That's the parts I'm interested in, the real intense shiny bits, not the dull bits. Yeah, that's come up looking quite interesting, but again, it's not what I'm after, even though I've got some shiny looking bits there. Yeah, that's come up looking quite interesting. It's not as pearly as these, but I wanted those shiny bits. I do wonder if we're going to make it like that, or if we're going to do another one. I just got to decide which ones I'm going to work with. I'm wondering which one we're going to work with. I do like some of the other results. I don't know if I like it. I'm going to do one more. Try that again. But yeah, I'm really trying to shine as an artist, and I'm trying to get this work recognised before the photocopier finally goes off service agreement. Because I'm not rich. I keep declining at the POS terminal from time to time, and it really upsets me when that happens. When the POS terminal says basically you're declined, and it really upsets me, and I really struggle with that, or not being able to pay my telco bill on time and having to pay like $400 and something over a couple of weeks. So I'm really struggling with that as well, which really upsets me, and I have to fucking do a payment extension, and that gets me potentially further behind. So it really is difficult, folks. Yeah, that's come up looking quite interesting. We've got some interesting results, but they're not quite what I'm after. I'm trying to get a really good result. There are some really nice pieces here. That's the last one, that one there. But yeah, I just wish Channel 9 would help. So if Channel 9 could just pull their finger out and just put something aside that they normally would play, like a house fire or a car crash or something else that they consider normally newsworthy, that would be really appreciated, folks. And that's come up looking a treat. I think we can work with this one. I think this is the one we're going to utilise. I'm just going to push all these bum notes aside, and I'm going to utilise this. I'm going to just throw that aside. I don't know if this is really as good as I'd like it to be. I got a gut feeling we're going to keep going at it, folks. I'm going to try another one. Folks. I just want to make this one really good. Fuck, I just keep dropping, nearly dropped it. I'm going to maybe try one more. So difficult, folks. Yeah, looks shit house. I don't like that one. I think this is perhaps the best we're going to get. Dirty things they are. Fuck, they come off the street. They're fucking off the street. So this is the one we're doing, folks. This one again. So we're going to utilise that. Really missing my partner, Luigi. And thing is, if I can get recognised as an artist because I've had my stuff go to air, I could go off Centrelink. I could relieve the taxpayer of my burden, so I'll no longer be a taxpayer's burden. I can be self-sufficient and and be able to give back to society. So Channel 9, if you can do this for me, just play one video and see how good it is. And then if I can start pulling money, I'll go off Centrelink and I'll give you the thanks for it. You know, I'll thank you for it, folks, because I'm really a person who appreciates a good deed, a good turn, and I'm willing to, I just want to give Channel 9 thanks for airing my material. I'm not interested in money. Don't give me any money for this, folks. You know, Channel 9, if you want to play this material, it's for free. You don't have to pay for it like you would have to pay an imported piece of footage. This is not imported. This is homegrown Aussie backyard, or indoors actually, but you know what I mean, folks. This homegrown material, not just homegrown here in Australia, but in an ordinary, or you could say a subnormal place, because I live in social housing, and that's another thing. I could potentially give someone who needs a place to live because I'll be able to afford to buy my own place. Imagine that, folks. Someone who's homeless could potentially be living here because I gave them, I have enough money to support myself. So it's not just about going off Centrelink, it's going off social housing and potentially having my own place to live. I will be living with Luigi eventually anyway. I won't be living alone either. And that's the thing, if I can get on television, I'll have options in life instead of being stuck with this shit, folks. No money, no friends, no money, no friends, no money, no social life, no money, no social life, no money, no social life. That's been most of my life, much of my life, folks. Or little money. Anyway, that's come up looking really quite nice. It's very bright. I think we can now call this demo quits.